What's up, everybody? First and foremost, I just want to say thank you to everybody. Excuse me 1 second. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to everybody for the support of the channel. I know we're still small, but all the likes, all the viewings help out a lot. So please, before we get into the video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button somewhere over there. But yeah, and let's get into it. At the beginning of the video, you'll notice of the commercial for the summer collection. And you're probably wondering, there's no summer collection. And this is something where we wanted to talk about just briefly in the video today. One of the main reasons why we decided to necessarily postpone the summer collection was just, it didn't feel right. When we were designing the collection, I think we had more intentions of putting something out in the world just to make sure we keep momentum going and to exist, then rather than, you know, just not possibly, but making sure we put out something that was generational defining. And I know that might sound outlandish to some, but that's the goal every time that we design clothes. We want to have the idea and the concept of something 10 years from now, when you pull out your closet, whether it's a jacket, a t-shirt, a pair of shorts, or a hat, you feel like, yo, it's still relevant. No matter what time, no matter what year, no matter what trend is in, it's still relevant. Social media as a whole and everything that it encompasses, right? As far as like being able to reach people from here to Finland, it's amazing. But at the same time though, it speeds up your process because you always feel like you're behind. So we wanted to take out this time and, you know, to make sure that we put out the best collection possible, period. Like, this collection for us was really hard to put out, not from a design standpoint, because we always have a clear storyline as far as like what we want to put out, and we're very meaningful behind like our design process of not just putting it out random, excuse my language, but not putting out random shit in the world. So that's never the issue. But I think one of the biggest things we were struggling with was aesthetically, it didn't feel like us. At the end of the day, there's so much other stuff. It's like, why do I want to create more shit, right? We want to make sure we're creating the best item possible so it could have growth years down the line as well too. So whenever you talk about a Raised by Champions or RBC piece, you're always gonna be like, wow, that shit is amazing. Like, I could literally pull it out now and still have that same feeling that I did 10 years ago when I first copped it. And that's important. So you want to make not generational, but you want to make timeless pieces. And at the end of the day, we're not delusional. Like, we understand that sales are very important, right? At the end of the day, if we don't have the sales coming in, we're not gonna be able to, we're not gonna be able to constantly keep pushing the envelope because you need money. You need money to reach out to these factories, to work with great seamstresses, to buy amazing material, to, you know, make pieces. So, but at the same time though, it's like, we're not willing to compromise our DNA or our design integrity in order for sales. So just because we are gonna put out a t-shirt, or we put out a hat, or we put out a pair of shorts, and they're ready to go and people like it, if it doesn't necessarily fit our liking, then we're not gonna put it out. And that's something where I feel like a lot of other creatives, you know, sometimes struggle with because they feel like, dang, I really need the sales, or I just really need to put this out so people can necessarily not forget about me. But I think one of the most important things is putting out an item where it speaks for itself, and where it's like people will really remember that piece no matter what happens or whatever else is existing within like your realm or your creative scope as a whole. Like, we hang our head high on is we like to put out shit that feels like us, alright? So you're never gonna catch me not wearing a piece that I don't love, because at the end of the day I spend so many hours working on the pattern, working on the design concept, working on the storytelling. So yeah, I'm gonna wear that piece with pride. So, and I think that's something we're always like, we're really like headstrong on, because if you're just putting out items that exist, then what's the point of even putting out anything? And yeah, I think it's important just to make shit like where you really love. So you're always gonna feel that sense of, how can I phrase this? You're always gonna feel that sense of appreciation for that piece because you put in so much time into it, rather than just designing something that's cool for the time and you're just gonna put it out there. So always design shit with a sense of intent and love to it, because it's always gonna hold strong. Take a step back and just reflect on what you're putting out in the world. Because what you're putting out in the world, right, is a message not just for your brand, but for who you are as a person, for what your demographic is seeing as well too. So I always want to make sure that I put out like a garment that necessarily reflects me, my ideals, and just overall like how I see fashion, how we see fashion, me and my partner. Because at the end of the day, you could create a shirt with a fucking star that's very Y2K, that has a 90s aesthetic. It's gonna be cool for the time, but what does that really mean? Like, doesn't mean shit. So, create something with intent. Don't think about the time. Don't think about will people like it. If you fuck with it, you fuck with it. Make sure you stand behind it, and that's our motto. If we fuck with it, we fuck with it. Creative struggles are real. This summer collection, I don't know. I just really had a hard time just creating something where it felt like, okay, this is what we need to put out. This is fire. Like, we need to put this out. I don't know. It just felt like more so going with the emotions. And I created some really like amazing pieces that were going to translate into the fall collection and maybe later on. But I don't know. It just felt like I was just putting out something just to put out something, right? So people could be like, oh, they dropped something else, let me make sure I could copy it. And thank God I have such a great partner who's understanding, who's on the same page as me, to know like, this doesn't feel right. Why are we even putting this out there? So let's take our time, back to the drawing board, and let's make sure we put out something that necessarily reflects, not necessary, but something that reflects exactly who we are and something we just in love with. So I just want to say thank you for everybody tuning in and listening to me babble. I don't even know if that's a word, but talk about why we postponed on the summer collection, what were some of our reasons, and just having this Sunday conversation with you guys. With all that being said, I look forward to the fall collection. I know y'all gotta look forward to the fall collection. This is gonna be really cool. Really amazing. And you hear like the enthusiasm behind my like voice. Yeah, this is how it should always feels. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned for the fall collection. Peace.
This one actually interviews the Beatles. You serious?
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah.
This is the one that actually have articles and explain what the actually.
Listen, I've been talking to people all day about this, like especially these like 60s ones. Okay, sure.
Serialized Fahrenheit 451 in the even like the artwork features were so amazing.
So this is the process when you're dyeing your stuff on a Sunday evening. There's no like dye houses. It's you, the wash machine, and the process. Yep. I'm excited to show you the summer collection.